Mr. President, Chief Organizer of this convention, George Nielsen, Peter Sorensen, Caroline, and Catherine, distinguished delegates from all over the Nordic countries, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is the matter of utmost pleasure for me that today we all of us are gathered here for a widespread concern to the global consequences. Hopes are always followed by solid policies and concrete actions. When the Berlin Wall collapsed, hopes revived for a new age of cooperation and peace, free of ideological confrontation. Sadly, these hopes were clashed by the ethnic cleansing in Bosnia and Kosovo, and right now in Kashmir, as ever it was before. By the failure to end the occupation of Palestine, leading to the revival of Intifada against Israeli occupation, the brutal suppression of the Kashmiris' demand for self-determination and freedom from the Indian occupation, by the unending war in Afghanistan and Iraq, and the international neglect which created a climate in which extremism and terrorism could breed, and by the series of international financial crises and the rise of poverty as a consequence of unequal economic globalization. Mr. President, the terrible terrorist atrocity of 9/11 jolted the foundation of the international system. The response has weakened Al-Qaeda, but it has not eliminated its associated. The tragedy of 9/11 transformed security policies and changed geopolitical calculations. Pakistan took a strategic decision based on the principle of humanity and our national interest to support the war on terrorism. Our intention should be no doubt. Our actions speak more louder than words. Our capabilities were limited, but have been progressively improved. We are acting against all those groups and clusters fighting against the humanity. We have also acted against other organizations and groups involved in any form of terrorism. Pakistan was and will remain in the forefront of the war on terrorism. The war against terrorism must be fought comprehensively on a global front with vision and understanding. It should not erode the moral value of our society. Those who seek to use it as an excuse to suppress other people must not hijack it. It must not be allowed to engender a clash of civilization, a clash between Islam and the world. It is unfortunate that great religion, which should be a source of hope, tolerance and peace, are seen as being pitted against each other. Many Muslim people have been cruelly suppressed for demanding freedom and equality, on target for discrimination and wars. Mr. President, on the other hand, the West perceives the Islamic world as volatile and hostile, being kept striking at Western values. Muslims are often seen as fanatic extremists and terrorists. In this volatile milieu, the recent war in Iraq has evoked negative reaction in most Arab and Islamic countries. This moment in history called for reflection and introspection of action. The thesis of a clash of civilization is a travesty. We must bridge the gulf of misunderstanding between Islam and the West. We must be the catalyst of change, not the prophet of doom. Islam is the face of peace, harmony and justice, a strong devotee of democracy. It upholds human rights, social equality, non-discrimination, freedom of speech and freedom of expression. Mr. President, our faith is dynamic, promoting constant renewal and adaptation. Through the process of interpretation, through consultation. Islam's vision is not trapped in any other period of history. It is modern and futuristic. Islam must not be confused with the narrow vision of a few extremists. Mr. President, I believe the way forward is to adopt a two-pronged strategy, a double pincer, to build harmony, promote moderation, oppose extremism, and ensure justice. On the other hand, Muslim nations must assume their responsibility for international reform and renewal. Mr. President, the international community, especially the advanced countries, must play their role by helping to resolve the political dispute and the situation where all these people are being dispersed in the world, such as in Palestine, such as in Kashmir and rest of the region of the world. Mr. President, in this context, it is clear that a consensus must be quickly evolved at the United Nations Forum on the ways to restore Iraq's stability, security, and sovereignty.